All right. So this is what we are working on, you guys. We have a funeral wreath. The client has asked for the wreath to be in the colors of blue, coral, and white. So we're starting off with cutting up the delphiniums. And so I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see. All right, this is what it looks like so far. I have added in different greeneries. So right now, currently we have the fern, the lemon salal tips, and the silver dollar eucalyptus as our greenery. All right, and so with the delphinium, all I am doing is I am literally from one stem cutting it up so that I could have two different blue flower sections. So the idea is that all of the delphinium rods be located throughout the whole perimeter of the wreath. And yeah, once we're done with that, then we'll be able to go in with another color. All right. And so here we go. All right, so when I'm cutting it, obviously you just cut it at an angle. That way, when the cut is like this, you're able to stick it in a lot more easier into the form itself. And so like I said, you just look at it, see where could you add another one. And so this one, I'm gonna go ahead and add to probably here. No, I'll add it here. All right, yeah. So that looks pretty so far. All right, and so with this leftover one, I'm actually still going to use it, but I'm going to put it, instead of the outside, I like to put them on the inside. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so these little dainty flowers, like I said, I like to stick it in so that it's on the inside of the wreath. So that way I'll still get little peaks of blue around. All right. And this one, I'll stick here. I don't like it there. Let me actually stick it back here, behind the leaf. That works. All right. And so all in all, I'm probably going to have maybe about, let's see, right now I have 5. I'll probably end up with like about 9 delphinium rods to go all around, probably. All right. So let's go ahead and keep going. Let me flip it around. Here we go. All right. ¿Qué, Gael? There's monsters?
Yeah.
¿Qué vas a hacer?
I know.
You don't know. Eso no, Gael. Eso no. All right. No, Gael. Vete para allá.
No.
Yes, Gael.
No. I will want.
Sorry, I'm like trying to figure out where exactly I want it to be. So this is the area that I'm looking at. I feel like it should go here. I feel like it should go here. But I don't like how it goes in and then out. So we're probably gonna go. It's always when I get to the bottom that then I like trip up. So let me look at this. Let me really look at this. I think I'm gonna have to go in upside down at this point. In upside down. Yeah. Yeah, in upside down. Here we go. All right, I think that's pretty good. I'm staring at it. I think I need it shorter. And yeah, guys, this is basically what floral design, when it comes to these funeral arrangements, really truly is. It's you look at it, you decide, do you like it where it's at or not? All right, let's try it again. All right, so this is where I had it before. Let me see if I still like it there. Yeah, I do. Okay. And this leftover one, we're gonna stick into, let's stick her into here. No, she's just there. Yeah, that works. All right, here with this stem, I'm gonna cut it to here. And so now I'll take these and we can stick her. I'll stick her over here. Here? No, let me get a different one. Let me get one of these instead. Hi, hello, welcome. So once again, I'm just here making a funeral arrangement that's needed for tomorrow. And the client has requested that it be blue, coral, and white. So that is what we are doing. I'm just trying to figure out if I want it because that's where we left the last one. So I feel like it should go here, but I might have cut it too long. Let's try to stick it in and see. I'm gonna take out this one because I wanted to have more flowers. So let's use this one instead. Gael, vete para allá. Better. Yeah, see? That matches. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're gonna go around. That is 8. We're gonna add some more blue, okay? Some blue there. So let's with, hold on. Hold on. Let me look at this really good. I know I want it there, and I want it there. Let's really look at this. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good there. Okay, so let's add another one over here. Sorry. Ba-ding. Let's use this one. Hold on. I'm like analyzing it again. All right. You guys are gonna tell me what you think thus far. Yeah. Yeah. All right, now we're gonna jump in with the mini flowers. All right, and the mini flowers, we're just gonna stick in. I like it here. I'm gonna stick one in there. Okay, this one, we can stick her here. That works. Oh no, it says very bad connection. Oh well, it'll connect up at some point. All right, we're gonna go in through. Let's add these in. Alrighty. Let's try here. That works. Okay. Whoa. There we go. Alrighty. And I'm sorry that the connection is kind of bad, you guys. I'm in my backyard, so the Wi-Fi signal doesn't fully get over here apparently. So I do apologize for that in advance. I'm trying to think, where do I want this? I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a look at it. This is what we have so far. We still have the white flowers. That's what's gonna be next to go in there. But trying to figure out if I cut this shorter, If I cut this shorter, I should be able to add, yeah, let's do that. Let's add some of it from the inside. No, doesn't fit in there. Let's try it here. Yeah, that works. Okay. And I do, let me see. Oh, I know where I should put it. We're gonna put it over here. Let's put this one right up over here. And this one. Hello, hello. All right, so that's what we have up until this point. And I mean, I still have plenty of delphinium that I can always come in after and fill in more. I wonder if there's a way for me to show you guys what the inspo is, but I don't know how to do that. I don't think it's like I could like share my screen with you guys on my phone. Well, what I'll do is once I'm done with it, I'll put a post so that way you guys can see what was the inspo and then what we ended up making. But yeah, I like it so far. I like the blue. I'm glad that I went with that tone. All right, so let's go ahead and let's move on to the next flower. All right. So the next flower that we're gonna go into is, I'm thinking, let's jump into with the mums, okay? So we'll go with the white flowers next. All right, so with the mum flowers, obviously, I'm not gonna put the whole cluster as you see. We're gonna cut it up so that way we can stick it in various points. So this one, I'm just gonna cut them all so that they're all individual. And we're gonna start putting it in. Here we go. And again, sorry for the bad connection, but here we go. All right, we're gonna go with, I think maybe this one here. Yeah, so let's cut her up more. All right, let's go with the next one. Probably here. I made her too long. There you go. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's add her over here. Okay. Let's go to the next one. And come on, Jess. Her. We can add her over here. That works. And let's go to the next one. Let's add her, I think maybe on the inside. That works good. And this one, let's add her. Let's add her here for now. There you go. Alrighty. And right now I have lots of flowers, like I said, but I really want to spread them out first, and then wherever I see the holes, once I'm done placing everything in, then I can fill in with more flowers. So right now, when you look at it, you're probably like, whoa, it needs a lot more flowers than what you're doing. I know, but it's a work in progress. Work in progress here. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm actually gonna need these to be shorter because I did them too long last time. Come on, Chess. How are you doing? All right, let's go in again. Okay. Okay. Let's put her in like that. Let's do her. We can put her. I was gonna put her there, but I think that's where I'm gonna end up putting the lily. So let's see. Let's go ahead and stick it maybe in here. No. Let's stick it. I might not even have to put it in. I think I'm gonna reserve not putting it in yet. I'm not ready yet. All right, let's put them to the side. Okay. Once I finish, I usually just drop it. I'll clean after. Okay. Let's jump to the roses. Let me go get that. I'm kind of thinking maybe we, instead of going into the roses, we go straight into the lilies. So these are the lilies that we're going to be working with. They are in full bloom. They smell so good. But we're going to try to go ahead and pick off, the best looking ones. I really was planning on only using about 4 of them in the arrangement, but I think because they're so pretty, we could potentially just use 6. The inspo had 4. But I think I'm going to go ahead and give this buyer more than what they paid for because I have the flowers, so why not? So yeah, I feel like 6. So that way it looks very grand. What do you guys think? 6 lilies? They're beautiful. Let's go with 6. We're going to go with 6. Here we go. Alrighty. So we're going to go with 6 lilies. Okay. Okay. Oh. Hello, hello, welcome. Because I was so nervous to get them bruised, I never took off the rubber band or anything. I just didn't want them to get messed up. So now with the task of setting them free. All right, here you go. All right, so let's see. Let's take them apart one by one. And I'm telling you, they just bloom so, look at that. Look at that. Ah, they bloom so gloriously. And it smells divine. Smells divine up in here. Okay. Alrighty, so here we go. So, I already went ahead, at least the ones that I was seeing that were blooming, I took off their little seed pod so that they wouldn't end up staining the actual petals themselves. So from this one, I really like this one. I think this one's really pretty, right? So we're gonna cut her. Okay, and so I'm gonna keep it with the little petal that it has. And once again, this is what it's going to be in. Let's see, hold on. I might need to cut her shorter. Probably like there. Okay, here we go. It's looking like so far, right? So I'm thinking right here, we place her. Ooh la la, beautiful. And let's go with the next one. I'm gonna leave you like this so that way you're able to see it. Alrighty. Right there. Let's do the next one here. Right there. There. All right, next one. Let's add her right here. Ready? I'm gonna make her smaller. All right, you guys. So that is 6 of them. I don't think I want her there now that I'm looking at her. I think I want her to be more right here. And we can scoot her to be over here. All right. Yeah, we like that. I think that looks really good. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, and I still have so many more, but I think 6 is a nice touch. All right, we're gonna go into the next bloom, which I said, well, you know what? I have these that are already cut up, so maybe we can stick them in. Let's try sticking them in somewhere already. Here we go. No. Do I want her there? No. I want her here. Okay. And keep her there. Let's see. Let's add right there. For the time being, that looks good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Moving on. So we're gonna jump into, oh wait, I saw one more. Hey, my mistake. Let's stick her pause. Let me look at this. You can stick her to be right here. Yeah, that works. Okay. We're gonna jump back to the next flower. Okay. Better. Is it better? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. This one, yeah. Alrighty. No. It needs to be shorter. Alrighty. So what I'm doing with the roses is I'm just going through I don't like that. Not that one. Too long. All right, you guys. Stay tuned for the post that I do once it is all complete. My battery's about to die. So in the meantime, please make sure that you have liked this live. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.